Scott. Ask Scott.
Hey Scott, Dennis here from Northern Kentucky. I am a serial entrepreneur. I've tried various things in online business. I've had my own podcast. I've had courses. I've done digital products. I've done a lot of various different things, but this Amazon thing has been the one that's been most viable for me because it's something where results can be seen fast and has such a low barrier of entry. You just really can't beat it. So I'm really stoked about this business model, but I come to you with a question. I've been doing the retail arbitrage version of FBA for about the last 9 months, and I started with $50 because that's all I could talk the wife out of after all the other endeavors that I've had. And I've turned that into about $2,000 or $3,000 worth of inventory. And as that money comes in, I'm ready to take that leap into private labeling. And I've become a huge fan of your podcast, and my confidence level has been it's been taking leaps and bounds and has grown substantially just from listening to your podcast alone. And I thank you tremendously for putting all that information out there for us who are interested in doing this. But now that I've got you buttered up a little bit, here's my question. My question is about researching keywords. This would be for a potential product, specifically an unlisted one that's never been in the catalog before. I have a product in mind, but it doesn't seem to have a really specific keyword, so I'm having trouble researching it. So let me be specific to give you an example. When you search a keyword such as garlic press, just to pick a random unused product example that no one's ever heard of before, Amazon will give you very specific results that you can then research, and they're all going to be garlic presses, and they'll probably all be in the same category. But what does one person do when the product that you are thinking of produces many variations and you find like those results are in different categories? To be more specific, let's say I wanted to create a kit for parties that had, a shot glass, some game rules, a bottle opener, etc., just kind of like a kit as my product. If the keyword that I'm targeting is, let's say, party supplies or something similar, I would likely get different products in several different categories in my search results, making researching this keyword and item difficult. So, do we only worry about ranking for the keyword we are targeting, or should we be looking for a more specific product? If we are only concerned with ranking for a specific keyword, how do we research that when, say, the number one item in the results, when you search for that keyword, could have a bestseller rank in one category that's bad, while the number two search result has a good BSR in a completely different category?
Hey, Dennis from Northern Kentucky. Thank you so much for the question. Thanks a lot for the kind words and the feedback and the praise. I really do appreciate it. It means a lot to me knowing that I am reaching people like yourself and helping. And I got to say, after doing this event in Texas, I'll tell you, being able to see people one-on-one and looking at them in the eyes and seeing just how appreciative they are of what I've been doing, but also just the sincerity and just knowing that I'm connecting with people on that kind of level is just priceless. So I'm actually looking at the microphone differently now. I see faces. I see you. I see the people that are in the audience and in the listenership. So I really do appreciate you guys, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. So let me answer your question. And, the thing is, if you're going into something that's almost like a kit, you kind of do have an advantage, because if you're having a kit, you have multiple products inside of a kit. So you can go at this at a couple different ways. And the beautiful thing is when you start out, you're usually finding that one keyword or those two keywords. You're like, man, if I can just rank for that one keyword, it's going to be game over, right? I'm going to get on first page for that. And that's what we all set out to start doing in the beginning. But really, once you move forward, you're going to see that having all of the little smaller keywords and start, really blanketing the area, the landscape of, for your product is going to make it even, it's going to make it even stronger and a lot easier for you to beat your competition, because they're probably not doing that for the most part. All right. So let me just say that if you have multiple products in there, like let's just say you have a garlic press and then you have a garlic press, storage bag, and then you also have maybe a potato peeler. And that's like your kit, and you call it some fancy kit for the kitchen. I'm just making stuff up here too, by the way. But what you could do then is you could then do keywords for potato peeler. You can do keywords for garlic press. You can do keywords for garlic storage or garlic bag, right? So it opens you up to be able to really target multiple keywords and really truly be relevant because you have those in your kit. So I would do research on all of these different keywords, and then I would go ahead and I would figure out which ones were my top keywords, which ones were second, third, fourth, and so on, and I would just go at it like that. So I wouldn't look at it as there's just one that's out there. Now, you may know that there is a kit word for this. Maybe there's a certain, a kit that people are searching for. Well, then yes, obviously go for that kit, but you won't know until you start doing your research. Because what you're saying is you're putting in something kind of, generic, and you're getting like a mix of different products. But if you look for, if people are looking for a garlic press and they see a garlic press that's the same or similar to the one that they're looking for, that they see all the listings, and then they also see a peeler in there, and then they also see a garlic storage bag, well, yours is different right away. And, you may have a better value because you're including it in a kit, so you should have a better value. Then it's going to make it a no-brainer for this person to choose yours over theirs. That's why I do love bundling. I love creating a kit, something that I'm looking into doing for an upcoming product, because I think that it definitely will sell all by itself, and you can probably get more money for it. All right, so that's my answer to that question. Long-winded answer, I know, but that's what I would do there in that case, because you're able to target other customers that are searching, not necessarily searching for one of the items in your kit, but once they do, they know that they go together and that they would just rather do that because they're going to get that additionally to the one that they're looking for.
If you guys want to submit a question, head over to theamazingseller.com/ask, and you can do that. I want to also, again, remind you guys, if you're brand new and this is your first time to the show, I want to welcome you. I love hanging out with you guys. This is just awesome to be able to virtually connect like this, and that's why I love the Ask Scott sessions. But if you are brand new and you're just getting your feet wet and you don't understand the entire process, the entire business model, I would recommend attending one of my live free workshops. This is where I break it down for you in 5 phases: how to pick a market and a product, how to source it, how to do a pre-launch, how to do a launch, how to promote the product, and everything in between. We go over that on a workshop, and we go through every single thing. We also do live Q&A. So if you want to attend one of them, I would love to invite you to the next one, and you can register for the next one by heading over to theamazingseller.com/workshop, and you can register there for an upcoming workshop. Well, hey there. Thank you so much for listening to that episode of Ask Scott. Now, that was just a highlight from one of our full episodes where I generally answer 3 to 4 questions on a podcast. If you want to go back and listen to all of the past archives of not just the Ask Scott session, but all of the full episodes where I do interviews with top Amazon sellers, people starting from scratch and building a business, if you want to listen to any of those episodes, head over to theamazingseller.com, and you can find all of that over there. You can also find details there on how you can ask your own question and get it aired on an upcoming Ask Scott session, and possibly see it here on YouTube or just on the podcast. All right, so definitely head over to theamazingseller.com. There's tons of resources over there for you to be able to build your e-commerce and Amazon business, so definitely go check that out. Now, I just wanted to remind you one thing before I let you go. There's a lot of information out there, and some of it is really, really good. What I want you to remember is you have to not just consume the information, you have to actually apply that information. So take this information that you learned here today and apply it to your business, and this way here you can get results. As my shirt says, I wear it almost daily. Take action. We'll see you guys.